Today we are diving into the world of whitening toothpaste. It's something that promises a super bright smile, right? But all the marketing can be a lot. So we're going to get straight to the science behind it so you can actually find the best option for your teeth.
I mean, who doesn't want a brighter smile? It's a huge confidence booster for sure. And with all the at-home options out there, it feels more possible than ever. But that accessibility brings its own problem. And that problem is the toothpaste aisle itself. You're just staring at this wall of boxes, right? They all promise advanced whitening and brilliant results. But how do you know what's legit and what's just, fancy packaging? Well, that's exactly what we're here to figure out. Okay, so to make a really smart choice, you gotta understand the science first. So let's break down how these toothpastes are actually supposed to work. Because it's not magic, it's all just chemistry.
First things first, you gotta know your enemy, and that's stains. Now, there are two main types. Whitening toothpastes, they're really designed to fight surface stains. The kind you get from coffee, tea, red wine, the stuff that sits right on the outer layer of your tooth. But they can't do anything about intrinsic stains, which are discolorations way down deep inside the tooth itself. So how do those stains even stick to your teeth in the first place? Well, it all comes down to something called the dental pellicle. It's this natural, totally invisible, sticky film of protein that forms on your teeth. The best way to think of it? It's literally like Velcro for stains. It's what all those pigments from your food and drinks grab right onto. So that leads to the big question. How do these toothpastes get those stains off? Basically, they use one of two main methods. The first is with mild abrasives, things like hydrated silica, that literally just scrub and polish the stains right off the surface. The second method uses chemical agents, thanks hydrogen peroxide, that actually break down and lift the stain molecules off of that sticky dental pellicle we were just talking about. All right, now that we've got the science down, let's turn you into a pro shopper. Think of this next part as your personal cheat sheet, straight from the dental experts, for the next time you find yourself in that toothpaste aisle. Okay, the number one most important thing to look for is the ADA seal of acceptance. Seriously, that's your guarantee that it's been tested and it's both safe and effective. Then, for the actual whitening power, dentists recommend proven ingredients like hydrogen peroxide or carbamide peroxide. And some of the newer, more advanced formulas use things like Calprox, which is designed to dissolve that sticky pellicle altogether. But hey, don't get so focused on whitening that you forget about overall oral health. As Dr. Bazzullo says right here, fluoride is still the gold standard in cavity prevention. It is absolutely essential for strengthening your enamel. You have to remember, a great whitening toothpaste has to be a great regular toothpaste first. All right, now for what you should probably steer clear of. Some people find that SLS can irritate their mouth, so that's one to watch. But the big one everyone's talking about? Charcoal. Yeah, it's super trendy, but it can actually be way too abrasive. It can wear down your protective enamel and, get this, actually expose the naturally yellow layer of dentin underneath, which is the exact opposite of what you want, right? Okay, now for the fun part. We've gone through the science, we know the key ingredients, so let's see how they all come together in some of the top-rated products of the year. And look, the goal here isn't to find the one single best toothpaste for everyone, but to find the best one for you and your needs. This chart gives us a really great snapshot. For just great all-around performance, you've got Supersmile, which uses Calprox to dissolve that protein pellicle. If you've got sensitive teeth, a brand like Twice or a Wellness is a good bet. It combines gentle polishing with potassium nitrate to help with sensitivity. For a more natural option, Hello uses a gentle fluoride compound. But then you've got that last category, purple toothpaste. Yeah, this stuff is everywhere right now, but it works in a completely different way from everything else you've just talked about. It's not actually about removing stains at all. So what is the deal with it? Okay, here is the crucial distinction you have to understand. Traditional whiteners remove stains from your teeth for a real, lasting change. Purple toothpaste? That's just pure color theory. It doesn't remove a single thing. Instead, it deposits a sheer purple dye, and since purple is the opposite of yellow on the color wheel, it temporarily cancels out those yellow tones. The effect is immediate, yeah, but it's purely cosmetic, and it just washes away. Think of it like a temporary Instagram filter for your smile. So, now that we know how they work, what to look for, and what to buy, we need to talk about one last really important thing: setting realistic expectations. What kind of results can you really expect to get from a simple tube of toothpaste? And you know what? This quote from cosmetic dentist Dr. Lena Verone really says it all perfectly. These toothpastes are not going to drastically change your teeth. Their real superpower is in maintenance. They're fantastic for keeping your smile bright after a professional treatment, or just for preventing new daily stains from setting in.
And you've got to be patient. While you might see some immediate brightness, especially with those color-correcting purple products, for actual stain removal, you have to be consistent. We're talking up to 6 weeks of brushing twice a day before you might see a noticeable difference of maybe a shade or two.
So look, if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Whitening toothpaste is fantastic for maintenance and subtle improvements. It's for polishing away the coffee you had this morning, but it is not a replacement for professional treatments if you're looking for a big change. So now, the power is totally in your hands. Armed with the science and a real understanding of the ingredients, you can walk down that super crowded aisle with total confidence. You can ask yourself, am I looking for serious stain maintenance? Do I need something for sensitivity? Or am I just looking for a quick cosmetic boost for a night out? The right choice is waiting for you.